everyone. Thank you for having me today. I'm going to walk you through a brief introduction into how we can build a foundation for AI to thrive within your organizations. The first and most important thing I want everyone to think about and focus on is start with the problem that you're looking to solve. It's important that before you dive into picking any technology tool or partner, whether it's artificial intelligence or otherwise, that you understand what the problem or problems are that you're looking to solve right now. This is critical because if you look to fix something and you don't know what's broken, you may be fixing the wrong thing. So identifying exactly what you want to fix and the scope of what that entails is important to being successful with whatever technology tool and or partner you end up looking for. Once you have a good understanding amongst yourself and your team members in terms of what problem you're looking to solve for, you need to get ready for some sort of technology. What do I mean by getting ready? Well, first and foremost, whether it's AI or some of the accompanying technologies, you need to structure your data. What do I mean by structure data? Ideally, to the best of your ability, you want to have less free-form text and your text in field level data as best as you can. Secondly, you want to standardize your processes, again, to the best of your ability. You're looking for better, you're not looking for perfect. Third, quality. You need to use simple approaches and tools, could be RPA or similar, to improve quality, either in-house or with the help of a trusted partner. The more that you use tools and technology to help complete steps in your process, the better the quality of the data from those steps in whatever database solution that you have. The less copying and pasting and the less movement that humans are doing with your data when it comes to entry and movement, generally speaking, the better quality of the data, which is going to help you get ready ultimately to get lots of data. The more data you have, the more effective whatever AI solution you're using or leveraging is going to be. More is better when it comes to AI. Insufficient data can be quite challenging because AI needs to be trained. And the more data you have, the better it can train. And then lastly, time. AI is not a magic wand. You need to be patient. So this isn't a plug and play where you turn on AI and within seconds, you're getting the results of the solutions you're looking for. It needs time to learn, to adapt. And the longer the AI solution is working and the more data you feed it, the better it gets at what you want it to do and the problem that we talked about that you've identified that you want to solve. So overall, remember, structure your data, standardize your processes, aim for quality, strive for quantity, know that there's training involved. Just like you need to train a new team member, you need to train the AI, and be patient. It does improve over time. Remembering that the simplest solution is often the best solution as well. So my recommendation is focus on base hits versus grand slams. What do I mean by base hits versus grand slams? Strive for better via incremental improvements versus aiming for perfect from the start. Oftentimes businesses, whether they're doing this internally or working with a technology partner, they'll say, I need 100%. And the way AI solutions typically work is not like that. You know, if you're here, it can take you here, but it's not going to take you overnight to 100% improvement or 100% perfect. You have to think that wherever you're at today and where it takes you is better than you are today, but it's a journey, not a destination. It doesn't happen overnight. So the use of AI is a long-term investment is what I'm getting at here. And you should see, and you will see incremental improvements, but don't expect them quickly, but do expect that if you follow those steps before and you focus on data quality and data quantity, that you will see your AI solution help your business improve over time. Ignore the buzzwords. I can't tell you how often we see a number of buzzwords come up in conferences and conversations ranging from RPA to NLP to cognitive to machine vision, IDP, AI, ML, OCR, and the list goes on. It's complicated. It shouldn't have to be complicated for you. And so what I don't recommend is, especially if you're not in this field and you're looking for solutions, don't get hung up in the buzzwords. Don't focus on the buzzwords. There's so many out there and so many more being created regularly. What I want you to do is just focus on simplicity. What's the simplest, easiest way to get to what you want, which is, again, starting with the problem and then focusing on some of the basics here. So forgetting all those buzzwords, when you're talking about artificial intelligence and partners, just know that there's a basic hierarchy. Key takeaway here. Within the world of artificial intelligence, look at machine learning when you hear it as a subset of AI. It's not AI or machine learning. Machine learning is within the umbrella of AI. So know that they're not two different things. And similarly, if you hear deep learning, know that that's a subset of machine learning. So again, within the artificial intelligence or AI tree. So you don't need to figure out, do I need AI or ML or deep learning or any of those things? But it is valuable to understand the basic hierarchy of these technologies and how they relate to one another. And they're not actually competitive choices like, do I go with ML or AI? It's all within the same world. Also remember that AI isn't new. It was popularized pre-1960. It has improved since then dramatically. It is getting better right now as we're talking about it. And it will continue to improve and evolve in terms of its capabilities and performance over time with a number of factors. The improvements in hardware and storage has helped to advance this realm of the technology space dramatically. And it will only continue to get better and better. So whatever's available today, just know that it just gets better from here. And again, it takes time to get better, partly through advancements in technology like hardware, for example, and partly based on, as a business owner or an employee within a company, your focus on quality of data and the quantity of quality data that feeds the AI model. Now, likely if you're listening to this or interested in AI, you're likely looking to partner with someone and buy a solution, buy their services and or products. And so what I recommend is bulletproof your choice, your decision with the 3 proofs. What do I mean by the 3 proofs? 1, proof of technology. Proof of technology essentially is, does this solution work at all anywhere? That's the first test. So validating that this actually is viable technology, whatever tool, whatever solution or service, does it work? Are there references from other companies, partners that have said, yes, this technology that this company has actually works? Great. If that's checked off, your next step is proof of concept. So I know it works overall, but whatever solution that I'm considering, does this AI solution work within my business? So not just overall, but specifically in my business and for my use case, going back to my earlier point, on the problem that you want to solve. Does it actually solve the problem you want it to solve? Not any problem. And lastly, ability. So if the technology works overall in different areas or in some areas, check. And you've confirmed it works in your specific use case, proof of concept, then proof of ability. So if you have technology that works and you have a proof of concept that you've demonstrated works, is there the ability either internally or with your partner to manage it, maintain it, monitor it, use it? So whether you choose to invest in resources or have resources inside your organization, do they have the ability to use this technology that you're looking to get? And if the answer is no, does your partner have the ability or talent, available resources to support this technology? There's many technologies that are good, but especially in this realm, they require advanced skill sets to support it. And so it's important that you understand that these advanced skill sets are important to be accessible to you. Again, whether you choose to hire them or have them, or whether you choose to partner with someone who's selling the solution and has resources they can commit to supporting you in it. Because these tools, they do require that advanced proficiency to set up and manage. 8, potential challenges to be aware of. As I was mentioning, AI solutions, all of them require specialized technical knowledge, individuals with specialized technical knowledge, such as data scientists, machine learning engineers, etc. These are critical to being successful in using whatever type of AI solution to solve a problem that you have. So again, whether you choose to invest and have these in-house to support a solution that you're exploring, or whether you choose to bring them in from an outside partner, but just know that you do need resources. You typically can't take someone within a business area of your company and just say, hey, you know what, you're going to be, a machine learning engineer tomorrow. It typically doesn't work like that. Cost entry point. So some of these solutions can be on the upper end of cost. And as I mentioned, it's a longer term journey. It's not something kind of quick where you wave a magic wand and everything's working. So just be aware that this is not a 1 week or a 1 month endeavor. This is a long-term investment, and it can be worthwhile if you prepare properly for it. Data storage. I mentioned it before, I'll mention it again, and I'll emphasize and re-emphasize it. AI solutions require data, lots and lots of data, and more equals better. That data needs to be stored and accessible somewhere. Depending on the size of your business, you need to be mindful that many businesses don't have the capabilities to store this data. So whatever partner that you're potentially looking with, if that's the way you're going, they need to have that ability to potentially store the data for you to feed the AI solution so it's more effective. And that goes hand in hand with infrastructure. AI solutions require a lot of computational power. So sometimes I've heard people say, oh, I can support it, I'll plug it into my infrastructure. I'm like, some of these solutions out there require substantial CPU and or GPU processing power. And oftentimes many businesses don't have that. So it's important to make sure that if you are looking to partner with someone, that partner checks off those boxes for you and not only has a viable AI solution, but also has the ability or option to collect and store your data and maintain it within their infrastructure solutions. And lastly, ethics. So this has been, I would say, quite popular, social media, news, the ethics of AI. It's important to also consider when you're looking at what problem you want to solve with AI, considering the ethics of it. And some examples include the data that you feed the AI model can be biased. Whether you're using public data sets or private data sets, understanding the composition of the data, because that's going to influence the AI model or the algorithm. And so if you feed it skewed data or biased data or data that has integrity issues or accuracy issues, it can potentially influence in a not so positive way the outcome of what you're looking for and put you in the wrong direction. So it's important to consider those ethical considerations. I won't go deep into it here, but I just want to call it out because it's an important point. And ethics can connect to legal challenges. So if you have the wrong algorithm and the right data it's paired with, you're going to have a problem, and it could lead to making a business decision that you really didn't want to make. If you have the right algorithm in your AI model, but you pair it with the wrong data, you're also going to be in a problematic situation. So it's important that you have both the right algorithm and it's tested along with the right data. And again, the right data goes hand in hand with making sure that you have quality data. And making sure you have quality data goes back to some of these other technology tools and approaches by standardized processes, structured data to the best of your ability, and minimizing or limiting how much data is being moved by human hands and eyes, and maximizing how much data is being moved and touched by complementary technologies to ensure there's less data errors, which improves the integrity and quality of the data and therefore the outcomes that you'll get with an AI solution. And then in summary, I mentioned this and alluded to it throughout the last points here. You want to focus on getting the right partner. The right partner is key because they should make the experience simple for you. They should make it so simple that you don't need to worry about the buzzwords. You don't need to understand the technology. You just need to articulate your problem clearly and concisely, tightly scoped. This is what I want help fixing or solving. And if you can be really crisp on that, as a subject matter expert on whatever the process is or the issues within your business, whoever you partner with should be able to make it so simple that it's simply, here's my problem, make it work better for me. Give me insights that I don't have, give me solutions or results that I don't have. But as someone who's not in the AI space or technology space, finding that right partner is key, because they should be able to simplify the onboarding process of whatever technology that they're selling you. They should be able to simplify it in such a way that you don't need to be an expert or take a course on AI or any other complementary tech. It's just simply, here's my problem. And then you get value out of that afterwards from whatever solution and partner you work with. It should be that simple. So simple is key. On that note, I will wrap this up and open it up to any questions anyone has. So thank you for your time today.